Alright, hello everybody, and welcome into the practice area with MIRAIDON. I have not yet completed the sandwich cave, or whatever they're calling it, to unlock him for free. I may speed that up with some gems in the future, but for now, I just want to go over this Pokemon's moves, and whether or not I think it's going to be too good or not. Spoiler alert. I think it's too good. It's an EX Pokemon. It's really good. But let's hop into the practice area and check it out. And before we do that, look at the nice, beautiful tuxedo style. Wonderful. He's so great. We're going to be playing with the default. Alright, so the first two moves that you can choose are Thunder Shock and Thunder Wave. Thunder Shock is just a beam attack. Pretty decent. And a very important thing to note is if you have watched videos on my channel before, you know I have the boosted counter gauge up. MIRAIDON does not get boosted attacks. He just has basic attacks. It's very boring, very bland, but that's it. And I think, honestly, that is how it should be. And then Thunder Wave is a sure hit move that will leave a little area. You can see I just procced my passive, which is Hadron Engine. When I hit the opposing Pokemon, that was that electric field that you could see all around here. You could see a little bit of electricity on our goal zone as well. That was giving me increased healing by, I don't remember the exact percent. For some reason I feel like it's 30%, but I feel like that would be wicked strong. I do know that the same thing happens to opposing teams' goal zones. It's on a 20-second cooldown, so it is back. If we can find our friend Gengar, we can't. He is up top. So it only works when you hit opposing Pokemon on the opposite team. But it would take... I have 21 Eos Energy. It would take 20, leaving me at 1. Make a larger area, and it would leave me... it would leave down an area where I can attack faster, I believe. I do a bit more damage. And I also will not be able to go to sleep. You can see this is what it looks like here on the opposing team's goal zone. This decreases their healing. It increases the amount of damage I do. That's 176, 176. And then that should not affect me anymore. It's still doing 176. I know it increases the damage, but it might just be to my moves. Let's see. I'll have to wait for it to proc again, but why don't we talk about Charge Beam? You can see I was charging it there. It is... okay. I was messing around a little too much. So, you can charge it up. This gives you just increased range. You can see this is the default range. I can hit the Bunnelby from my goal zone. Now, I can charge it for increased range. And that's all it does, is just increase range. But then, if you hit it more than once, you get this flamethrower looking effect, where you get to just spew a bunch of electricity. And it's really crazy. Now, my goal zone should be healing me more. And then you can see Charge Beam. This is the upgraded version of it after you hit 2 uses in a row. It's very crazy. And then we also have Thunder. If I drop this here, it's sort of like Mystical Fire from Delphox. It will follow its target. And unlike Mystical Fire from Delphox, it will just do continual damage and just keep raining down Thunderbolts. Now, let's see. I can Flamethrower Thunder Charge there. So this will be giving decreased damage. Or decreased healing. So that Charge Beam does 1,200. Now I'm out. Obviously this is different because it's just the continuous damage. And let's see. It does nowhere close. So within my passive Hadron Engine, I was doing significantly boosted amounts of damage because of the damage increase. My teammates will be getting a similar damage increase, not as large. They'll be getting, I believe, 10%. and no one in that area can be put to sleep. So a Wigglytuff with Sing is basically just lowering our special defenses and defenses. It will not, in any way, while you are in that electric terrain, it will not be able to put you to sleep, which is really sad for Wigglytuff mains, myself included. I don't play Sing very much, but that is sad. It's just making the Pokemon worse for no reason. Now you can see when my passive drops on that 20-second timer, you can see underneath my HP bar there, that is my timer. Now I have my boosted version of this. Let's see, we got that. And I just need to get 2 more Eos Energy. I should be able to hit the Thunder on that. And you can see Charge Beam hitting multiple targets doesn't mean anything. You have to hit 2 uses of it in a row. So now I have 20. If I move up here, you can see it will instantly take out all of my Eos Energy, just like 20 of my Eos Energy, and give me a much larger radius. And that will be increasing the damage that I do, you know, if I do damage. And now let's take a look at this Unite move. So you hold ZR, it'll drop meteors down on a timer. And the 5th one will be a much larger radius, and it will knock up opposing Pokemon and I believe wild Pokemon. That basically just, it's a sort of stun where they can't do anything for a little bit. Now another thing is, allow me to, cooldowns off, allow me to show you again. If I miss that first one, the second one does however much, and then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, the amount of damage. Obviously it was boosted, I was in my passive, I did not mean to trigger that. It's the passive, I wish you could, you know, kind of charge it like Intrepid Sword and use it when you want to rather than just randomly. But let's show you one more time. The first one does 958, 1,400, 1,600, 1,800. That last one did about 2,000. You can see for each one that you hit, it will do increased damage. And now let's talk about Charge Beam Plus. I originally thought it would give you an additional charge. Apparently, it seems like it just lowers the cooldown. I think they changed that from the PTS. But yeah, that's this moveset, and now that we have a few seconds, or a few minutes left in this match, let's reset my level. Put me back up to, we'll put me up to 13. We're going to go Electro Drift and Parabolic Charge, which is my preferred moveset. Similar to what I just said about about Charge Beam, Electro Drift, the plus version gives you just reduced cooldown times for your charges. Now, if I hit one, and I hit a second one similar to Charge Beam, it gives me this increased sure hit range. I will begin charging up, and I get a much bigger impact range, and it gives me more damage, bigger range, and it is very good. You can sort of snipe motionless targets. And then Parabolic Charge, I didn't actually get to show you because I had full charges. Let's see here. So I have one charge of Electro Drift. I use it. Parabolic Charge. I didn't hit it. One moment, everyone. Alright. So, you need to hit 2 Electro Drifts. I hit 1. I Parabolic Charge. I was out. Now I have one. I can use it again. And now I can use this huge range to target Rayquaza and just hop right over the wall. Now I can do this, and oh, I need to get out, but that's okay because I can Parabolic Charge. Gives me back my cooldown instantly, and I can Electro Drift again. Now I have 2 uses. Redo it, and I'm out of the pit to avoid it in time. I can do this again to get both charges, and like so. Parabolic Charge, also, I was a little late on it, Parabolic Charge will heal you based on the enemies that you hit. And the plus version will give you a pretty beefy shield. It'll give you a shield if you hit enemies, which is very cool. Also, Shiny Rayquaza, I didn't mention that. It's in the game for, I don't know, it's in the game for a little bit. It's pretty cool. I wish they would do shinies on just regular Pokemon, but, you know, I'm just a guy, so they don't really care what I wish. But, oops, and so you can just lose your, it doesn't use all of it, but if you let go of ZL, which I'm used to for my Unite moves, it will just take some of the power away, and you'll have to wait for the cooldown again. It's a very cool Unite move. It has a very cool name. It's called Brilliant Future Meteor Storm, or Bright Future Meteor Storm. I can't remember which B word it is, but it is very, very cool, and it does stack some damage. It does a lot without being OP, and it is rather telegraphed. I think that this Pokemon is pretty problematic because they basically gave it a Speedster kit with Electro Drift, which is, you know, its signature move, and they gave it Sustain. They gave it a huge health bar. Even for an attacker, it's pretty bulky. It's got decent defenses, and it really just messes with the team on the other side because it lowers their healing that they get from goal zones. It's just all over the place. I don't think it needed to release in this state. But, you know, that's what Pokemon Unite wanted. It's Pokemon Day, so they got to do something cool. This is cool. I think maybe it was a bit too much. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that they will nerf Miraidon soon. And you can look out for some Miraidon gameplay on my channel in the near future. I just need to work on unlocking it a little bit. Alright, that's it for me for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a comment about what you're most excited about. I personally am most excited about Phalanx and the new Legends game. If you haven't seen the new Pokemon Presents, I would suggest you go look at that and let me know what you are most excited about. Have a good one, guys.